She is Morgan, a single mother with 3 children. Although she is just a night shift cleaner, she has a high IQ of 160, far beyond the average person. This evening, Morgan worked as usual, happily, but unexpectedly, she accidentally flipped a case file. When she was busy tidying up, she found that there was a serious error in the case inference. It turned out that a man was brutally killed at home. The police have now focused the investigation on the missing lawyer's wife, who is believed to be the biggest suspect. But Morgan doesn't think so. She believes that the wife is the victim, not the murderer. So she corrected the error on the case wall. The next morning, the police came to the door. Looking at the beautiful dance in the surveillance, Morgan's awkward toes could poke out 3 billion hearts. However, the police chief told her seriously, tampering with a criminal case is a serious crime. Morgan explained that she has obsessive-compulsive disorder. If she sees that the error is not corrected, she can't sleep all night. In the middle of the night, the police chief flipped the case file and tried to start her performance with Morgan. Morgan explained her reasoning in a clear way. From the many details of the crime scene, the color of the pillow is alternately arranged, the material of the pillow and the position of the pillow and the dirty environment in the house all show that the owner of the house has a criminal record. The double-tied rope is not easy to fly, and there are traces of tape on the chair. But there is no sign of being tied to the victim's wrist. It is inferred that her wife was tied at the time, and there was a third person at the scene. Morgan wanted to leave after saying that, but the police stopped her, saying that she had to check her reasoning before she could leave. At this time, the case has made new. After investigation, the woman was sued for being harassed by her superior at work, and the victim's wife was her defense lawyer. Due to the failure of the case, she had also sent threatening emails, which was very suspicious. But when the police questioned her, she denied it, claiming that she had been working at home all day yesterday, and no one could prove it. When Morgan was released, she happened to see the doorbell monitoring and found something wrong. The video has the wrong date on it. The police chief saw it and asked him for advice. According to the wind direction, the church, light, and other details, Morgan deduced that this video was taken a few months ago. Based on reasonable analysis, the witness was shocked. When she left, the police chief called Morgan and asked her curiously, "How do you do that?" Morgan said, "The technical term is high potential intellectual, means you have advanced cognitive abilities, intellectual creativity, photographic memory, stuff like that. But I don't know. I've just always been this way. So it's some sort of gift." No, not a gift. I obsess over every little problem I see. My mind is constantly spinning out of control, which makes it impossible to hold a job, a relationship, a conversation. At the police station, Morgan saw the victim's daughter. As the mother of 3 children, he was familiar with the girl's experience. So he decided to agree to the police chief's request to help the girl find her mother. The girl revealed that a few weeks ago, her mother received a letter from a suicide colleague. Since then, it has become very unusual. Clark didn't find this letter at the scene of the crime. That means the letter is probably still in her mother's office. But the police can't just search the lawyer's office with a letter. The police sent the girl to her aunt's house. Morgan was hanging around her aunt's house, and the conversation with the leader was not going well. At this time, Morgan came out of the bathroom and took out the letter. It turned out that he disguised as a cleaner and sneaked into the victim's wife's office. He successfully got the letter by deducing the password of the safe. After reading the letter, Morgan learned that the informant was the assistant lawyer of the pervert boss in the workplace harassment case. This assistant has also been harassed. He hoped that the victim's wife could stop the pervert boss. Morgan speculated that the victim's wife was likely to expose the pervert boss. So the pervert boss took action first and killed the victim and his wife. Clark was furious after learning this. He said that he thought that the way Morgan got the evidence was illegal, and the court would not take it. This was a complete mischief. Taylor ordered him to send the letter back without moving it. Finally, the police called the pervert boss. I didn't expect that he was an old man. He not only denied the harassment, but also swore that he was in Fontana. According to his nose, watch, and other accessories, Morgan judged that he didn't seem to be a person who would go to Fontana. He strongly suggested that the police ask him why he went there, but the police ignored him and beat Morgan directly. When the pervert boss's lawyer arrived, the police could only let him go. Morgan also pretended to be a cleaner and sneaked into the office to be warned. Morgan kept telling Clark that he had to ask the pervert boss why he went to Fontana. Clark couldn't stand it and mocked him. Morgan came home in a daze and continued to take care of the child. The next day, when Morgan opened the door, he saw Clark standing at the door. "Why did you want me to ask Diamond about Fontana?" Fortunately, Morgan didn't hold a grudge and treated him right away. Only the souvenir of Fontana was clean. It means that his aunt has been there recently, and the luxury goods on his aunt's body don't match his identity. Morgan deduced that the pervert boss and his aunt had an unusual relationship. The boss wanted to use his aunt's clothes, lawyer wife, to show mercy to him in court. So the two of them visited the house together. As a result, the victim was at home and the scene was out of control. The boss took a gun and shot him and caused the victim to die. His aunt didn't do anything to her sister, just tied her up. Morgan also found that the last photo in the victim's daughter's cell phone was taken 3 days ago. The flowers in the photo were still in full bloom, but the flowers at the crime scene were withered. In addition, the pervert boss owns a security technology company. His aunt is a botanist, and the crime scene is in the greenhouse. There is an advanced temperature control system inside. The pervert boss changed the greenhouse into a refrigerator by adjusting the temperature. The next day, he adjusted the temperature in the city and misjudged the observatory. His aunt couldn't bear to hurt her sister, so she hid her. This may be the reason why the two of them went to Fontana. According to the photo clues, they found the little house where the two sisters grew up. The victim's wife was tied up there. The case was successfully solved. The police chief sincerely invited Morgan to join the police force, but he refused. The police chief said he was welcome to join at any time. Clark also recognized Morgan's ability. The victim's mother and daughter hugged each other tightly. The scene was very touching. Morgan returned home to continue taking care of the child. The eldest daughter, once again, asked the question that made her and her mother suffer. It turns out that Morgan's first life and death are not guaranteed. This has become the eternal connection between him and his eldest daughter. Every time he mentioned it, he would leave without a word. This made Morgan make a decision. He came to the police station, pushed the door of the police chief's office, and made his own request. "For me, too. I needed to find someone. His name is Roman Sincera, and he vanished 15 years ago. The police say that he just skipped town, but I know that he didn't. So I need help. Please help me find him." Under the command of the police chief, Morgan successfully joined the police force and started a new life.